Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carol and this is going to be an energy reading for the week of March 31st to April 6th, and that is up to and including the new moon on April 5th. So the decks I'm going to be using are the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland, and I'm going to be pulling clarifiers from the True Love deck by Belinda Grace, the Flower Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue, and the Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. So I hope everybody had a great March. We were going through Mercury retrograde for most of March, and Mercury retrograde I think was challenging for many of us. But I was talking to a friend of mine today, and we were talking about, now that we're out of it, how much peace that we have. And so I feel like this Mercury retrograde was really intent on getting us to clear out anything that was not serving us. And so there may have been things that ended during this time period, things that changed during this time period, and any of those things are things that likely were not serving us anymore. And so now we've come to a place of peace and clarity where we're more aware of what we're doing and what we're supposed to be doing, and we're just kind of allowing things to flow. And many of us are feeling better about that right now. So I actually think that this Mercury retrograde did a lot of us a lot of good. And so now we're leading into the start of another moon cycle, starting with the new moon on April 5th, which is also a sign of new beginnings and things that are going to change. So with that being said, I'm getting that through this month of April, anything that we may have started in March is now going to be coming to fruition. But there's still things that we need to do. I was telling my friend also that I get this feeling that a lot of us are almost there. Like we're so close we can taste it. It just takes a little bit more for us to get there. And these cards are flying out right now. I'm going to pull one more. One more regarding the energy for the week of March 31st to April 6th. Oh, that entire group was trying to come out, but I only want one. I'll take that one. Okay. So, starting this reading, the first card is the Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. So again, like I just said, we're going through a time period where things have probably been clearing up for us. Things are being clarified. This is a sign that it's now time to finally heal these things that we may not have been healing before. If there's anything left over regarding childhood trauma, anything else that has been holding us back, it's now time for us to take care of it. Whatever you need to do in order to heal these things, this is the time to do it, because again, we're coming into a phase where things are going to start over, and in order to start over in a space where you can manifest whatever you want, it's time to finally get this stuff out of the way. And going along with that, look at the next card. What do you need to release? Waning Moon. So again, this is going along with healing. This is making sure that we're releasing anything that doesn't serve us, be it ideas, be it people, be it relationships. We have to make sure that we're in a high enough vibration so that we are able to separate these things out, and so that we are able to make sure that we are doing whatever is serving our highest good. We've been having conversations about how people are sometimes so attached to the twin flame label that they're not allowing themselves to be themselves. They're more worried about the relationship and the fact that this person is their twin, and they're allowing themselves to stay in a relationship that maybe is not serving them anymore for a period of time that's not serving them anymore either. And I understand that this may be triggering to some of you, but you know what? If it's triggering to you, you're welcome, because this is one of those things that's going to help you grow, and it's going to help you release what's not serving you, and it's going to get you to step into what you really need to do. So we need to make sure we're checking to see what it is that we need to release that we have not released yet. Now, this is saying that if we do that, guess what happens? A new romantic cycle begins. So part of this is making sure that we are clear enough in our energy, our vibration is high enough so that when this new romantic cycle happens, we are able to handle it in the way we're supposed to. We're able to handle it without attachment. We're able to handle it with love. We're able to handle it in a way where we're able to have fun with whatever we're doing. Because ultimately, this is going to be our goal. In order for us to get what we want and to manifest what we want, we need to be able to be happy being ourselves. And if we can do that, if we can heal, if we can release what we need to, this is saying that that romantic cycle that we want is going to come into play. Now, let me clarify. This may not be with the person you think is your twin. That's what happened to me. When I went through my catalyst relationship, that person I truly thought was my twin, but when I finally let him go with love and decided to do me and decided to have fun, that's when my true twin came along. So make sure that you're not forgetting to be you, enjoy what you're doing, most of all, have fun. And that's when this is going to come in. And then the fourth one says, don't let your pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So to me, this is clarifying what was said earlier. Don't be attached to the labels. It doesn't matter who someone is or who you think they are. It only matters how they show up to you. And if they're not showing up to you in a way that you want them to, then maybe it's time to let them go. What do you need to release? So I'm getting from this that some of us need to maybe step back, swallow our pride, and look at things and look at ourselves and say, you know what? This is not serving me in a way that I want to be served. It's time to let it go. So I'm going to pull the first clarifier from the True Love reading cards by Belinda Grace. This is actually a pretty powerful reading. I wasn't really expecting this, but you know what? I'm burning the throat chakra candle. I've been hearing from a lot of people, they've been getting throat chakra activations. So for me right now, this is all about speaking the truth, speaking our truth, making sure that we are communicating in a way that people understand. And you know what? What we say may not be popular, but if we say it and we're moved to do it by spirit, then it means it needs to be said. So one card from the True Love reading cards to clarify. That one fell out. Manifestation. Now, look at this card. This card has a woman who's sitting peacefully. She's obviously not worrying about anything because she knows that whatever she wants is already there. It's already there around her, even if it's not with her physically. So she's just waiting for it to come in. Her eyes are closed. She's relaxed. She's concentrating on just being present, and she's waiting for these things to come in. This is exactly what this reading has been talking about. Making sure that you're in that space where you're able to allow these things to come in, but you have to make sure that you're healed and that any blocks that are there are gone in order for you to be able to do this. The next one I'm going to pull is going to be from the Flower Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to say that I've actually heard from some people in the Twin Flame community recently who are starting to release their partners now in love and doing themselves and having fun. And they're talking about how different they feel when they do that, how they feel free, how they don't feel attached to anything. And in my experience, that's when miracles start to happen. So if any of you are listening to this and you're in that space, what I have to say to you is congratulations. You do not realize how close you are to manifesting what you want. Okay, so the card that came out, going right along with this, laughter. Uplift yourself and those around you through loving laughter. Again, This is all about having fun. Make sure that you're enjoying what you're doing. Go out with friends if that's what you want to. If you want to go out in nature and just sink your toes in the sand or in the leaves, do so. Do whatever makes you feel happy, whatever makes you laugh. Watch a movie that makes you laugh. Watch a series that makes you laugh. Whatever makes you feel good, do it. That's where your miracles are going to come from. And the last one is going to be from the Wild Offering deck by Tasha Silver. Okay, so I have to tell you a story. I don't know if you can hear it, but whenever I try to do a reading like this, at least one of my cats decides to come eat, and their food bowl is right behind me. So if you hear anything crunching, it's the cat behind me eating now, because I guess she didn't have anything else to do right now. It's actually pretty funny. That's my Princess. I have 3 animals. I have Princess, I have Oreo, and I have Coco. Yeah, they keep me on my toes for sure, but I love them all. I've told my twin recently that we are going to have to move into a big house with a piece of land, because he's just as much of a sap for animals as I am, and I know good and well we're going to probably turn our house into a rescue mission for animals, and we're going to bring home every stray that we see. So I told him, you know, we're just going to have to make sure that we have a house so that we can shower our love on whatever animals come around, because it's going to happen. Okay, looking for one more card from this deck for the reading for the week of March 31st to April 6th. Oh, there that one is. Actually, 2 came out. Let's take both of them. The first one says, creative blocks. If you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. So to me, this is talking about stepping into mission, making sure that you're doing what your life purpose is. If you feel that you're being blocked in this way, make sure that you ask the universe what it is you're supposed to be doing. If you can intuitively link to whatever power you speak to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to, then these blocks will be released and you will be comfortable doing whatever it is you've been called to do. And then along with that, to me, this rolls right into it. Self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source and I am willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. So to me, this also talks about divine timing. Sometimes we as humans are impatient and we think that things are supposed to happen within a certain time. It's not about our time. It's about divine timing. Things are going to come to us when divine timing feels we are ready for it. Again, that's where manifestation comes in. We are not going to manifest what we need to until the universe feels we are ready. So this is where doing your work comes into play. Healing, releasing, not letting your pride get in the way, making sure you're having fun, releasing any blocks when it comes to your purpose, being self-sufficient. All of these things are going to help you manifest what you want. And let me tell you something. If you're trying to manifest your twin, if you can do this, you can manifest your twin. And I'm going to tell you that it can happen because that's what I did. I manifested my twin, and this reading is exactly how I did it. And if you have any questions about that, you're welcome to email me. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. This reading actually ended up being a lot more powerful than I thought it was going to be. It was a lot more in your face than I thought it was going to be, but it obviously was something that needed to be said. So I hope that you all benefit from this. I hope you all get something from this that you can take with you, and when you are going and you're meditating and you're thinking about it, that you're able to concentrate on what this said, figure out what it is that you need to do, and do it. Because I'm telling you right now, if you can do that, big things are going to open up for you. My name is Carol. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate your being here with me. If you like what you've seen, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Be blessed.